What would you do if someone in your family simply vanished? No note, no phone call, no trace. Just gone. My great uncle was in the FBI. At least, that's what we grew up hearing. But for over 10 years, not a single person has heard from him. No calls, no sightings, nothing. Some say he went into witness protection. Others think he left because he was gay and hiding from an unforgiving family. But the truth? The truth didn't come out until I opened a box none of us were supposed to find. And what I found inside changed everything. Every family has that relative, the one people mention like a ghost story. For us, it was Uncle Stephen. He worked for the government, which usually meant FBI, CIA, or something no one had clearance to talk about. He showed up at weddings, birthdays, Sunday dinners, and then one day, he didn't. No explanation, no panic, no missing person report. It was as if my family had agreed to erase him. And as a kid, I didn't question it. But as an adult, I needed answers. The older generation swore he'd been forced into witness protection. They said he'd seen too much, whatever that meant. But the younger generation, they whispered something else. They believed he was gay, and that his siblings, old school, judgmental, and stubborn, would never have accepted it. So he walked away, left everything behind, and they let him. But that theory didn't explain the strangest part. Why did no one try to find him? Last year, while cleaning out my grandparents' attic, I found a box labeled, "Do Not Open." There was no dust on it, no fading. Someone had put it there recently. Inside were a set of old photographs, Uncle Stephen standing with people we didn't know. A second set of photos, him wearing clothes he never would have worn around our family. A key and a typed note that said he chose his own life. But the most shocking thing, a picture showing Stephen with another Ma. The key had a tiny metal tag with an address, one none of us recognized. It was 3 states away. I drove there, alone. When I arrived, the building manager looked at the key in my hand, then at me. He said, "He hasn't been here in years, but he told us if someone like you ever showed up, to give you this." He handed me a sealed envelope. My hands were shaking. Inside was a letter from Stephen, addressed to anyone who still cares. Stephen wrote that he'd spent decades living 2 lives. One as the obedient son in a strict family, the other as himself, a gay man who wanted love, not secrecy. He described meeting someone, his partner of 12 years, who gave him a life he never thought he could have. But he also mentioned something else. He had worked for the government, not FBI, but as a contractor for a federal program involving confidential witnesses. He wasn't in witness protection. He helped run it. And one day, he realized the only witness he had never protected was himself. So he disappeared, by choice. But the letter didn't end there. He wrote, "I am not missing. I am not dead. I simply stopped living the life you all assigned to me." Then the last line, "If you're reading this, it means I still trust the world enough to let myself be found again." Attached was a phone number.